Welcome to the Gods of Smite 2. My name's Morty, and today we're here to take a look at Ymir, the Frost Giant. With me for today's video is a good friend of mine, as well as a fellow member of the Smite Prime broadcast team, and who said, and I quote, "I have to be a part of this video because I have more stars on Ymir than you do." It's D'Lo.
Lighten up, sunshine. Come on, how often do we get to hang out like this?
Alrighty, I'll try to cheer up. Sorry, I'm just a little salty about that comment you made earlier.
Well, unlike Mort, Ymir does not have thin skin. That guy can take a beating, and that's why he's generally regarded as one of the beefier boys on the battlefield. Ymir can spank just as well as he can tank, so don't think he's any sort of slouch for damage just because there's a lot of him to love.
Ymir's passive is Frostbite. All of Ymir's abilities apply a debuff to enemy gods called Frostbite. Ymir deals about double the damage with his basic attacks to enemy gods who have Frostbite, and he takes slightly less damage from those gods as well. This gives Ymir a ton of early pressure in a way that's often underestimated. No one expects Ymir's basic attacks to be the threat. But when you're rocking a sub 800 health pool, double damage auto attacks hurt. Let them think they're cruising and give them a bruising.
I suggested to the devs they add a feature where gods permanently lose limbs if they have frostbite long enough, but Kilgoon said it's a no-go.
Well, you can't win them all, bro. Ymir's first ability is Ice Wall. Ymir spawns a large wall of ice that neither friend nor foe can pass through. Ice Wall can be used to block Jungle Pass entirely, briefly halt the escape of an enemy god in lane, or block incoming abilities and basic attacks from enemies. A lot of paths in the jungle can be completely blocked by a well-placed wall, so aim well. Keep in mind too, you can recast this ability to take down the wall early. But there's a few new additions that were given to Ice Wall in Smite 2. D'Lo, you want to take this?
With pleasure. It's worth noting Ice Wall now applies Frostbite to enemy gods, unlike Ymir's Smite 1 counterpart. Ice Wall also slightly knocks enemy gods away from the wall if it's spawned in close proximity to them. There are tons of applications for just this small wrinkle of the ability. It can be used to force enemies who are tiptoeing your tower line to eat a shot or two, get a foe a bit closer to bonking range to unleash some frostbitten fury, and even interrupt certain abilities that need a channel, or enemies trying to back. But that's not even the best change. Ymir can now place the wall under himself and propel himself forward, acting as a pseudo-leap of sorts, while placing an obstacle between your frozen fanny and any pursuing enemies. Giving Ymir this rocket jump is a huge kick in the keister for his mobility when he had 0 in Smite 1. So be sure to use Ice Wall to get out of sticky situations and put the enemy in some themselves.
Ymir's second ability is Glacial Strike. Ymir takes his mighty club and bashes the ground, creating sharp shards of ice in a straight line. These shards of ice deal magical damage, apply frostbite, and slow the enemy down. This ability is really good for wave clear in the early parts of the game, along with applying more crowd control and throwing down more damage in teamfights.
Ymir's third ability is Frost Breath, and this is what truly makes the god. Shortly after casting, Ymir blows a chilling wind with the power of an entire tube of Crest Ultra White, freezing all enemies in its range for a good bit, and applying Frostbite. It's simple, it's efficient, it's an area of effect stun. This thing sets up for your own damage and your teammates' damage too. Anytime you hit a Frost Breath, smack down a Glacial Strike immediately afterward for Ymir's easy freezy combo. It can also be used to help set up a quick escape for you or a teammate with the help of a well-placed wall. Peel, damage, lockdown, and minty fresh, this ability has got it all.
Ymir's ultimate ability is Shards of Ice. Upon activation, Ymir begins to channel, becoming crowd control immune and rooting himself in place and creating a large circle of ice that slows all enemies within. After 3 seconds of channeling, or casting the ability again, Ymir detonates, dealing significant damage to enemies in the circle's perimeter and applying frostbite. One of my favorite parts about Shards of Ice is the fact that it provides crowd control immunity. Abilities that are meant to displace and put gods in a rough spot, such as Fenrir's Ragnarok or Ares' No Escape, all mean nothing when channeling Shards of Ice. Now sure, the damage will still apply, but come on, you're a tank, that'll be easy to shrug off. And to add on to the defensive uses that we've already spoken on, since the area of effect is large enough to fill a jungle's corridors, in a pinch you can use the ult to dissuade an enemy from chasing an ally.
The damage you deal with this is proportional to how long you channel. Longer time means bigger things happen. This ability is a bit of a double-edged sword. At the right time, it can swing a fight. At the wrong time, it can be your own icy tomb. Immobilizing yourself is never ideal, and if you dude out of position in plain view of a couple damage dealers, Odin won't be the only one padding his stats on old Frosty. Let's talk roles. Ice is not the most flexible thing, and neither is Ymir's place on a team. Most times this guy is going support. His peel and natural tankiness make him well suited for the job. As far as supports go though, Ymir is an aggressive one. You want to use your Glacial Strike and Frostbitten autos to clear wave fast, then clear the enemy's health bars even faster. Later in the game, you should be on the front line of the fight, but not in the back line of your opponents. Use Ice Wall to control fights and separate enemies so your team can focus down a target of interest. Your freeze should not be thrown out willy-nilly, since that is your biggest asset. Make sure if you're stunning, it's to secure a kill for the team, or peel someone getting too close to vulnerable allies. When you're at the shop to buy some primordial cow's milk and cigarettes, make sure to pick up some items with protections, health, and cooldown rate to keep the health high and temperature nice and low.
And if you're looking for some help on what items you should be buying exactly, take yourself over to the community builds page and look up Smite Prime Support, and our guide will pop right up. What you're seeing in this video is updated as of OB33, but on the in-game client side, I keep our builds up to date as the patches fly by us, so be sure to pin our builds to always have the upper hand on what the Smite 2 pros are building. Now, if you ask me where Ymir belongs in Conquest, I'm saying jungle every day of the week. These Frostbite basic attacks we talked about earlier, they do so much more damage when you're actually building strength on Ymir. The speed at which Ymir clears camps is second to none. Same with burning objectives like Gold Fury, Fire Giant, all that stuff. It's incredible. And you want to talk about Ymir's ganks? What other jungler has crowd control with every single ability in their kit? Yeah, that's what I thought. The downside is that Ymir has minimal mobility, so every step matters when you're moving around the map. But if you want to try this out, here is another build. This one's for Ymir jungle with a lot less focus on tankiness and more priority on damage, specifically strength. To find this one, just look up Smite Prime Jungle and it'll pop up in the community builds. Now, this might not be the pick to save your rank queues, but it sure is fun to try out in the casual games.
Generally, your weakness as Ymir is your low mobility. Caught out of position, you don't have a large toolbox to bail yourself out. Your strengths as Ymir, though, are the easy setup, geography manipulation, and solid damage that you provide.
I'll tell you what, D-Lo, maybe this guy is pretty cool after all.
See why I one-trick him?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to see the vision here.
Now you know why I hog support role when we play Conquest.
Well, I can't lie to you, D-Lo. I'm feeling pretty chilly right about now, but that's to be expected when you hang out with a frost giant. You want to close this out so I can get inside and warm up a bit?
Thanks for having me, Mort. Talking about Ymir is one of my favorite things, so it's been a hoot doing this. Thank you, loyal, obedient viewers, very much for watching. And if you want to see more of what I do, if there's an amateur Smite League, you could probably bet that I'm casting for it, so catch me around there as well. Good games, and good night, folks.
Again, shout out D-Lo for joining us today, and especially thanks to you for joining us. This was a blast to put together. We've got more videos just like this right here on the Smite Prime YouTube, so whether you're a new player looking to learn or a seasoned veteran looking to sharpen your knowledge and maybe even pick up a thing or two, there's a little something for everyone within the gods of Smite 2. Take it easy, gamers. Thanks, y'all.